Hey guys! Welcome back to Keeping It Real with the Fish. Okay, so I can't even take this seriously. Okay, so I am a really big fan of Twilight. I was super late to the game in like high school, coming around to like reading them all and watching all the movies and stuff. So I was like obsessed. And I still enjoy them. And I'm heading up to visit Forks in Port Angeles hopefully this weekend. And so of course I was like, I have to rewatch Twilight to really just fulfill my childhood dreams. And as I'm rewatching Twilight, like I know like all those things came out, like it was just such like a cringy movie and there was so much in it that was just not great and like the acting wasn't good, all this stuff. So I'm rewatching it. And it's just dawning on me how, like, just horrible it is. Like, I don't know what, if it was just because I was young or whatnot, but, like, I just did not pick up on any of this as a child. And I say child loosely, like, I was probably 13, 14 maybe? I don't know how old I was. But, you know, not, like, really young. But it went right over my head, and I was just, like, engrossed in this. I was like, this is such a good romantic chick flick thing. Like, no, that is not the case. And, mind you, I still love Twilight. Like, don't get me wrong. It's fun. It's great. But, the character is just, like, Bella, her character, and Edward's, it's just all of them are just so cringy. So I'm like currently watching the first Twilight movie, right? And it's that part when she's like trying to figure out like what Edward is, because she knows that he's like there's something off about him. And so like that one scene where he like, you know, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, I mean, you're about to get it spoiled for you, whatever. So, he, like, stops this car from, like, smacking into Bella and, like, crushing her. That would make me be like, that might be a little superhuman, something not right there. Or it could have just been adrenaline, like he tried to make the excuse of so she would let it go. She didn't. But it definitely could have been adrenaline, whatever. Anyways, that is, like, the only thing that he's done that would, like, if I was, you know, the Bella character in real life or something and going through this, that would like kind of make me think something. But like everything else, she's just like I just feel like she's so dramatic about it. She's like, oh, your hands are so cold. Like he might just have like anemia or might be anemic or whatever, or you know, or like people have like poor blood circulation, or some people just like are colder than other people. Like I wouldn't be like, your hands are cold? You're not human. Like, that is quite the leap we've just made. And then, this is more like the tail end when she's figuring it out. Like, she's about to go do some Google searching, Facebook stalking, and figure it out. But somebody had, like, died. There was, like, some kind of, like, crime scene or whatever. Like, these bad vampires or whatever had, like, killed somebody. And everybody just thinks it's an animal attack, whatever. And so as she's, like, leaving the police station with her dad, she sees, like, the body go by on a gurney. The body, mind you, the only thing she can see, like, because it's all, like, covered up except for, like, his feet. And that, like, triggers her to, like, remembering all these things and, like, piecing things together. I want to know what about feet made her think that's what's wrong with Edward. He's a vampire. Like, I want to know where and how that tied into everything else. Like, what the thought process was there. Like, that's what I want to know. I would like to sit down and talk with Stephanie Meyer about what the logic was there with that. I don't know. Was there any? I don't know. Or just all these scenes. It's really, Twilight is a comedy at this point, which isn't a bad thing. I love funny movies. This is just like cringe funny. And I think it's almost worse for me because like the first time I watched it, I was just like obsessed and like just could not find any flaws. It was like, this is the best movie ever. Luckily, our minds have been changed. We now have some slightly better movie tastes. Anything Marvel to start with. No, I'm kidding. But it just is the funniest thing. And she's just like, can't let it go. She's like, your hands are cold. Your eyes were different colors the one day. Like, I can't remember what I wore yesterday. And it's probably sitting on my bedroom floor. How did you remember that his eyes were a different color 5 days ago? That's some keen observation skills. You gotta give her that. She's observant. Very observant. And then, he should have just gone with the contacts. She gave him the out, like, do you have contacts? And he was like, no, it's the fluorescence. She gave you a valid excuse she was willing to accept, aka you had contacts, and you were like, no, the lights, they changed my eyes. No. Like, I'm sorry, if you're trying to, like, keep something to yourself and something comes up that, like, needs explained and they give you an out like that, just take it. Just go with it. Because at that point, that's what they're willing to believe. That's what they've already told themselves is the reasonable explanation. But then when you're like, oh no, it's this other bogus explanation, they don't believe anything anymore. And they're on to you that something's not right. That's what you can learn from Twilight, is how to be liar, liar, pants on fire. As long as there's no Edward Collins around to read your mind. Because then you're screwed. But, Twilight. Gotta love it. Well, you don't have to. But I do. And what that says about me, I don't know. But let me tell you, we're gonna watch the other hour and a half of this movie.